for a while, I might have subconsciously had this idea of love being this transactional thing, and I think on the surface that might make sense because in a relationship, it's supposed to be a partnership, right? And you want to have equal contributions. And I think it's okay to hope for love in return or something, but I think there's a fine line between hope and entitlement and believing you have the right to something, which for a while I did. I thought if I did something, nice for someone, then a little bit subconsciously in my head, I'd be like, well, now they should probably do something for me. And I don't think that's a good way to look at it. And since my last relationship ended, I've been trying to heavily deprogram myself from this sort of thinking and just do things for people that I love without expecting anything in return or without keeping tabs for all the nice things I did. Because if you do that, then it's an investment. It's not really love. And recently, I think I've been developing this love that feels unconditional, and it feels like I'm doing it without some ulterior motive or some reward. It's just something I do because I care about this person deeply. And this person that I care about, a while ago, she lost someone very close to her, and despite having this bubbly and playful persona on the outer surface, I could tell every year around winter, it would eat up at her and she wouldn't be quite herself. I always noticed this, but I never said anything. And I really regretted it for a while. And it took a while for me to gain the courage to eventually reach out to her and tell her that I was thinking of her. Sincerity and vulnerability could be this scary thing. I think, I postured myself as a jester a lot in my teenage and my adolescent years. Partially because I did enjoy making people laugh, making people feel good, but also because it's an easy mask, you never really have to confront your emotions if you're always making light of every situation. So maybe because I was wearing a mask, I could see through hers. Every year I think about her because her birthday is the day after mine, and it just killed me we weren't as close as we used to be. So I just sent a letter saying all those thoughts and all those emotions. And I assumed she never got it. I also kind of felt like a creepy stalker, so I didn't sign my full name, I just put my initials. And I didn't hear back from her, and that was to be expected, but I was still glad I did it, because you never know. Fast forward to this year, I found out that she's going to become a teacher. I kind of reached out to her because my mom's a teacher of the same age group. I thought I could help her out and give her some books that my mom had left over. And in the midst of doing this, she asked, hey, did you send a letter, like last year? And I was like, oh, shit. And there was this part of me that when she asked, I wanted to deny it because I was afraid. I was afraid she was going to think I was a creep. She was going to think I was this stalker guy sending her letters to her house. I realized I had to just come clean and say, yeah, it was me, When I did that, she told me she really appreciated it and that she kept it close to her heart. And that's really all I wanted. I didn't want anything in return. I didn't want a reward. I didn't want her to fall in love with me with it. I just wanted her to know that someone was there and she wasn't alone. She wasn't the only one going through mourning process and grieving. And I think that's when I realized that's what love should be. And that's how you should do it. It's an action. It's not just something cute that you say. It's something you go out of your way to do. And I just saw giving those books to her classroom as another extension of that. I took 2 heavy-ass duffel bags. I had messed up my car, so I had to take the bus. I actually had to take 2 buses there. I could have just called an Uber, but, I wanted to look all tough and kind of alpha. But I looked like the opposite because I was just struggling to carry a couple heavy-ass bags. And the first day she wasn't there, which was funny, so I kind of just looked like this dickhead carrying around a lot of stuff. They were kind of like, who the fuck is this guy? But I dropped it off in the room. It was all good. And maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I messed up my car because I wouldn't have had to go a second day and I wouldn't have seen her. And when I finally saw her for the first time in 6 years, it felt like a second chance at life in a way. I kind of assumed I would never get to see this person again, and she would never have any idea of what was on my mind about her for so long and how much I wanted to say to her before we all pass, because we all will one day. And I just don't want to leave anything unsaid. I don't want to not tie any of the loose knots. And I say all of this to say I want to keep doing these things for her, and she doesn't have to do anything for return. I don't think you should love for some reward, some pot of gold at the ends of the rainbow. You should do it to do it. And I think it makes you a more warm person. Maybe that's simping to some people. That's simping, bro, dude, that's simping. It just feels better to love, not expecting anything. And for the call to action to this video, I want everyone to comment someone they love unconditionally and something they love unconditionally. Appreciate you guys. Take care.
I give you my fortune. I dedicate. Oh, yeah. I dedicate. I dedicate.